Hey Exile. So Legion launched yesterday. We're about 27 hours into it, and so far the league is insane. I'm enjoying the mechanic. From what I can see, everybody else is enjoying the mechanic. If you haven't had time to play yet, I definitely recommend jumping in, getting that character started, and just enjoying the changes, because this league is, so far, this has just been an amazing league. Now, as with all new leagues, we are also privy to a new mystery box that has just been released. I always really enjoy opening these, and we had a lot of fun with the video last league, so I figured we'd do one again. Quick PSA before we get started: mystery boxes are electronic gambling. That's just how it is. So if you are somebody who struggles with the gambling addiction, or you're somebody who does not think that is an ethical purchase method for these microtransactions, I definitely recommend that you stay away from these boxes. You can, if you wish to, message support and have the ability removed from your account to purchase the box. And as always, the microtransactions available in this box will become available in the store in about 4 months. About 1 month into the next league that launches, that'll be 3.8. So just keep that in mind. Also to note, there are some functionality changes previously in the mystery boxes, at least the last 4 or 5 that we got. There were 2 main themes and then a combined theme that you could send your duplicates into. However, in this box, there are 2 main themes and then 2 prestige themes that you can combine duplicates into. I don't think in my video today we're going to be chasing any of the combined stuff. If it happens, it happens, but if it doesn't, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just get it later when it comes into the store, because I'm not about to, make really, really bad financial decisions to get it. So anyway. Alright, so we've gone ahead and switched to the showcase hideout so we can have good lighting for all this stuff. And just like last time, we're going to be doing these in batches of 50. We're going to do a first batch of 50, then we'll go over everything we've gotten. And if we've gotten everything that we've wanted, which is pretty much everything, then we're not going to go into the second 50, which is generally what we hope for. I always aim to save as much as I can when we go about these boxes because, well, saving is good. I like saving. Here we go. First one. Lucky, 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 lucky. Footprints. I really like those, actually. I kind of like the switch from particle footprints to more footprints that have hard geometry, such as the flowers last league for the Transcendence set. I also like how they're more, I don't know, they're kind of larger than the actual foot themselves. So that's always nice. Get a bit more of a coverage with them. Wild body armor. Interesting how the well, that's really interesting. It's interesting how the base of the coat is set to flare out instead of sit flush along the feet. And that's really interesting. I really like this body armor though. I wonder if it has to. It absolutely has to. We'll try it out on Witch and Scion later and Ranger to see if the model changes, because I don't know. There's no reason it shouldn't. Wild Panther. This is a reskin of the Cult of Darkness pet. It has the same spawn animations and everything. It should come ring in. Yeah, there it is. Cult of Darkness. Oh, you can see them side by side. Pretty cool though. I think Cult of Darkness is looks better textured overall, but the Wild Panther isn't too bad. I don't know, if you want a hideout full of cats, then go for it, I guess. Wild Wind effect. First hideout decoration. It only has 1 setting, and it's kind of just floating feathers. Not so much a wind as it is just like a falling feathers type of thing. I can see this being good for an Oriath themed hideout or something to that effect. I really like the color palette. Another wild body armor. Wild wings. This has got to be the 7 luckiest boxes that I've ever opened in the history of ever. I like the dream catcher. I like the centerpiece, the dream catcher and the feathers. No, they're pretty smooth. They're pretty well animated, honestly. I think I don't like them because of how bright the lighting is in this hideout. If it wasn't so bright, if it wasn't refractive along that top surface there, then I would like them a lot more. But as it stands right now, this hideout is too bright for them. One more. Another wall. Can we just... I'm gonna have to clip like the first 30 seconds of this video and just like, you know, body armor, wings, wings. It's pretty good. Wrangler footprints. Nice. Wild Shrine. Is that a hideout decoration? Oh, that's interesting. It's kind of like a throne type of thing. Maybe good, like, I could see this, like, you can combine this with like another one to be like some kind of like waypoint type thing or some kind of like map device type thing. Honestly, you could just like set this over the map device and call it good as it is. Just like this. And like, you should still be able to reach your, well. Another wild strain. There we go. Decorations. There. Completely inaccessible map device. Look how well that works. We'll have to figure out a better way to use this later. Wild footprints. Interesting how they don't actually leave it. See, this is like what I'm talking about. These are like completely particle based, whereas the other ones have like hard geometry. I definitely like the other footprints a lot more. A lot more. Wild Panther Pet. Wrangler armor. I like how both of the armor sets start with W's. You can just like go straight to the bottom. No muss, no fuss. Man, the arms and the chest on this look really, really nice. Also, the rope on the back is a nice touch. I don't know how well this actually is like a Wrangler set. Like, this doesn't look like a gunslinger. It looks more like a gilded specter. But like, that looks stunning with like the Cult of Darkness. I actually think the Cult of Darkness stuff is going to look better with Wrangler than the actual like the Wrangler helmet, because from what I can tell, the Wrangler skulls, I don't know, we'll see when we get them, but just from the preview I don't like them too much. Wild Aura. That's bright. It's like a rotating dream catcher with feathers. 2 rotating dream catchers outside a larger dream catcherception. I don't know. I don't like it. Wild body armor. Now we get to find out what the gold wild body armor. Actually, yeah, let's just do it right now. Combine. Combine. That looks really good. That looks better than the first one. I don't know if it's double the price better for when it actually comes into the store, but that looks really good. Heck yeah. Let's keep it going. Wild weapon effect. Again, for anybody purchasing these boxes, do note that the weapon effect is not a premium one, so it's not gonna like, it's not gonna apply to both weapons. It'll just apply to one. This is very reminiscent of both the Doomcrow effect, just slightly brighter, and also the, where is it? Conquest? Is it Conquest? Yeah, the Conquest effect. Very similar in my opinion. Better trailing, however, though. There's a lot better trailing to it. Wrangler aura. This is one of the things I wanted most. I think this is my favorite aura effect. This is going to match really well with any of the like the Sawblade microtransactions, like Sawblade Cyclone or Sawblade Blade Vortex. If you're running that, this is going to look really good with that. It's also going to look good just like on your character if you have like any kind of like mechanical or delve themed hideout. I built one of those a couple leagues ago back in Betrayal. Actually, I built a delve themed hideout. I'll show you guys at the end here, probably with the Wrangler microtransactions for the hideout if we get any. But yeah, this is really cool. I really like this. I'm glad that we're getting more like steampunkish gear type things into the game. Definitely good style. Wrangler Hawk. That's cool how he like flies into. I like that. I wonder what his idle animation is. Come on, do it. Do the thing. Oh, that's cool. It like animates like landing and picking a snake off the ground. Nice pet. Nice pet. Wrangler hat. The hat's okay. I don't know, I feel like there's so many brimmed hats in the game now that honestly it's just like, this is just like, it's a cool, we have it, it's in the box, but I don't know, there's already, like, I don't have too many of them just because I'm not a big fan of brimmed hats, but like the outlaw helmet is gonna work just as well. I mean, yeah, it is like, I don't know, it's higher quality, but at the same time, if you already have one, then like it's nothing exciting. Wild tree. 13 variations. Very reminiscent of like the dry trees or the burned trees that you can buy from decorations. This is a cool thing though. That's very cool. That can like act as like a waypoint if you wanted it to. Another wild tree. Wrangler helmet. It does have physics on the hair. Is it a good design though? Do you guys like the one eye missing, one eye there type of thing? I don't think I like that. I think it's just a little too unusual. It's like a dull Spectre helmet, very similar style. I like a dull Spectre helmet without any of like the fun color. I don't know, I think that could actually just like describe the set. It's just steampunk Spectre. It's very similar. More wild trees. Wild scorpion. No, the thing I wanted least. He collapsed though. Is that a new scorpion model? No, it's the exact same one. It's just retextured again. I don't know, I don't like it. Not at all. Watch, I'll probably end up with like 10 of them. Another wild weapon effect. Wild cougar helmet. This thing looks oversized. That's my first. That's my first. Yeah, it looks way too big. I wonder what like the intention of that was to be used with. Maybe with like Subjugator? It looks alright with Subjugator. But yeah, that thing is, or like Manticore. Yeah, it looks alright with Manticore, but Manticore is already very bulky up on the top. Yeah, but that's like my first impression. That is way too big. Wild body armor. Nice. More duplicates. Wild wind. Wild wind. Wrangler footprints. We can upgrade our footprints. Or you just can't combine them. I thought you, oh yeah, there we are. It like takes a second. Combine. Silver Wrangler. These better be very cool. A little brighter than I would want them to be, honestly. But not bad. I think the regular pair of footprints is better. So if you get two of them, don't combine them into the third because the first ones are better. More. Another wild body armor, nice. Another wild wind, another wild wind, another wild scorpion, another wild shrine. Wrangler building supplies, that's what we're looking for. The floor piece is nice. Honestly, just like a good floor is always great. Like we will never have enough flooring options. Well, that's actually. I like the little desks. I like the desks. Those are cool. Those have quite a bit of charm in them, actually. Yeah, that one's not bad, actually. That's actually something I would wait and like buy a bunch of later on when it gets into the shop. Wrangler gold. This is it. This is what you guys want, right? There it is. It's the best microtransaction they've ever made right there. This alone will keep GGG afloat for years. Just like people buying these. It's beautiful. Imagine like porting in to somebody's hideout and it's just nothing but gold rain. Wrangler hat. Another Wrangler body armor. I will probably, if I don't get a third, I will probably end up combining those anyway, because I like red and like white more as a color palette than I like gold and gray. And there's already so many gold and gray armors in the game that it has to like compete with. Wild cloak. Yes! That's what we want. We want the Dreamcatcher cloak. I really like this. This is like, I think this is one of the best design cloaks in the game currently. I say that about like every cloak they put in the mystery box. Except for what, like the last mystery box. That one didn't have very good cloaks. This one though, this is great. It's like a pack with fur, like trailing feathers and a dream catcher. It's a good design. I hope we get the crossbow too. Wrangler boots. The boots aren't too bad at all. I really like them. One more. Wrangler body armor. Yes! Yep. That is also an improvement. That looks super good, actually. Like, even with, like, the wild stuff, that looks great. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that noticed, but, like, the microtransactions, like, swap palettes when you upgrade them. Like, wild starts off red and goes gold, and Wrangler starts off gold and goes red. So, like, either way you have it, you're going to be able to combine it with stuff. I really like this body armor, though. I'm going to have to play around with that later. That just looks great. Wild gloves. The wild gloves match this armor. That's exactly what it's saying. And it's like good forethought on GG's part to make the various combined sets work with each other on various levels. I don't like how these gloves cover up like the metal sinewy forearm there. I think that's a good design that you don't like really want to cover up. The best gloves here I would be like Doomguard. Just like metal gauntlets that like still let you see through the arms. That's pretty cool. Wild boots. Did we already get wild boots? I don't think we did. The red feet are weird. Keep going. Wrangler character effect. That's our first character effect. Oh wait. It's alright. Nothing to write home about, in my opinion. Wrangler weapon effect. That is also something that we wanted. None of the weapons yet, though. That is a little disappointing. Wrangler weapon. That's a cool effect. Oof, that's a really cool effect. I like how it starts off slow until it eventually just like completely overtakes the weapon and spikes. That is a really well designed effect, I feel. Cool trailing though, light to dark. And like changes shape based on like the weapon it's on. That's a really cool effect. Holy crap. Another wild body armor. 4 of those now. 6 with the Wild Panther, Wild Wind. How did we do on duplicates? So we've gotten both of our combined armors so far. We've gotten enough wings to combine into the wild wings. Got the wild cloak. None of the Wrangler back attachments. Oof. Damn it. You always know how to get me, GGG. Okay, now for part 2, otherwise known as the depressing wade through duplicates for like the one thing that we still want. Nope. Nope. Yes. Nope. Nope. Actually, I want to show you guys something. So this is my current hideout for this league, and this is actually something that I wanted. Y'all, you gotta check out how this looks. That is absolutely beautiful in my current hideout. All right, keep going. Wrangler Frostblink. This is also something that I needed, because I have been using Frostblink pretty much exclusively as far as new movement skills go. And that's much better than its base effect. As you can see, its base effect really isn't an effect at all. It's just chilled ground. Wrangler Hawk, Wrangler Hat. We can finally combine the hats. Combine. See, that's much better. That is much better. It's sad that it took, you know, 3 duplicates to get it, but, or 2 duplicates. That's much better. Yeah, I'm happy. Frost Blink, Wrangler Body Armor, Wild Cougar. We can combine the Cougar helmets. We're not going to do that till later because we've only gotten 2 of them so far. Wild Body Armor. The most common thing in the box is the Wild Body Armor. Wrangler Weapon, so we can dual wield. Wrangler Pylon. You can like see like the relatively low amount of polys that they used on the gears. Like they look octagonal even when they're rotating. Still looks really good. That one in specific looks the best, I think. Yeah, that one right there. Wall portal. There are no combined portals this box. It makes me very sad. Finally! There we go. Now to get one more pair of these so we can actually combine them. 30 boxes, Kappa. Those are cool. These are going to work really well with anything like Wasteland or any kind of like armor that's more mechanical in nature, such as like just like Crucible. I like how these are like comparatively more rigid, as they would be like having metal in them versus like the very flowy Wild Wings. I also like those little feathers on top. I didn't notice those at first. Huh. Interesting. I don't like the random red sparks that come out of the chest. It like breaks the whole thing. That I don't know, if it had just been like gold, it would have been fine, or smoke, that would have been fine. But like the random, just the red, I don't know. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wild Gloves. Wrangler Crossbow. There we go. I like how they didn't just like anchor this to the back. They like put it on a pivoting joint, so that like when it moves around, it like moves around. I also enjoy that this is like the first back attachment we've gotten that is like a ranged weapon, like archery related. Please give me a quiver. I would kill for a quiver. Do you have any idea how cool that would be? Wild Helmet. See, I like this a lot more than like the cat. This is also really well animated. Holy crap. It feels a little empty back here. More feathers like inside the plume would have been cool, but I don't know, you hardly ever view it from that angle anyway. This is a really cool set. First of its kind that we've gotten to. We haven't kind of gotten any like Native American or like North American themed sets yet. And the closest we've ever gotten is like Mesoamerican with like the Vol stuff. Wrangler Portal. I take it back. That's freaking amazing. The spawn animation is really good. It also does not clip with itself. It gets very close. Okay, it does, but only for like a moment. It just looks like the gears are interlocking. That is a really cool portal, actually. I take it back. I think I'm gonna cut out the part where I say I don't like it, because that's just beautiful. Right, out of the frame. Wrangler Aura. Can't combine those. It's sad. More building supplies. It's always nice. Scorpions. Why would they add scorpions in? I would have preferred if they'd have reskinned something like the Desert Raptor. That would have made much more sense. Or like included like a horse pet, being as it's like, you know, a frontier theme. Wild Wings. We get to combine our Wild Wings now. Fine, combine. Wild Gold Wings. Those are pretty. Those are really pretty. Nice. Wild Character Effect. We didn't get that one actually yet. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the red on the actual armor is such a matte, like a matte maroon color. Like it's not reflective at all in any way. And then like the character effect, the weapon effect, and the footprint effect are just too bright. I feel like, yeah, it's like particle effects are too bright for like the actual set. Like, I don't know, something like Council's gonna look, oh no, I take that back. Council's looking awful. Something like Ultimate Chaos is gonna look way better on it. But even then, does it even really need a character effect, honestly? I don't know. Wild Footprints. Wrangler Helmet. Wild Helmet. Another Scorpion. Wrangler Boots. Wrangler Boots, we can combine our boots now. Combine. Silver Wrangler Boots. Yep, just a palette shift. I think that's the most disappointing part of this box is like, one, like the increase in the amount of points you have to spend to get everything. And two is just like, the combined sets are just palette swaps. Like there's no cool like Transcendence set. There's no cool like Spectre set. There's no Apocalypse set. There's no like Frontier set. There's just, you know, there's just the red version of Wrangler and the gold version of Wild. There's no like, you know, there's no feathered captain of the Wild West. And I think that's like a missed opportunity. And maybe like they didn't have the development time to push out like a third one. But I don't know, combining into just a palette swap doesn't feel as like rewarding as like actually like combining like Madcap and Huntsman into Transcendence, which was like a completely like a wildly different concept. And so I feel like that's a missed Wild Portal. Oh, they must have like a gold version of the portal. So I guess there are combined portals. Interesting. I don't think I'm going to combine that though. I like that. It's just like a red portal. More gold. More footprints. More auras. Another armor. Boots. Footprints. Tree. Gloves. These gloves look cool. I think these are going to be like really short so that they can show off the arms. That would make like the most design sense. This frontier. Yeah, they're really short gloves. Oh, it does look good though. It does look really good. Seven left. One more Frostblink, one more Wild Wind, one more Gloves, one more Pylon, Gold Rain, Wild Portal, so I guess we do get the upgraded portal anyway. And one more Aura. That's the story of the duplicates. Let's go ahead and combine that. Combine. We'll take a look at that in a minute. 2, 3. Can't combine the character effects, the auras. I think we've combined pretty much everything we can. Crossbow. I'm just gonna like combine these to like lessen my stock of wild body armors because why not? The only thing I'm sad about not getting is the combined Wrangler wings. Other than that, we got everything else we wanted. Pretty good. Pretty lucky for like first 20 boxes, and then after that it felt pretty average. That wasn't too bad. Let's go ahead and combine the wild footprints. We didn't do that yet. Those look really yellow. I don't know, they feel very standard though for combined footprints. Those look very yellow. Almost as bright as like the yellow on like the betrayal cloak. It's not bad. I feel like a red is a better color palette on it though. So yeah, stuff that we didn't get that I can't show off because I wanted to and I can't. We did not get the wild dash effect, which I had prepared for. So I hadn't been using dash, but I got it just in case. Yeah, I feel like Frostblink is a better ability anyway. So that's sad. And then we also did not get the wild weapon, which I had like gotten all these bases so I could see if it like form shifted, but we didn't get it. We also did not get the gun bleed, which makes me very sad. I think that's pretty much it though. We got everything else. Pretty mid-tier box, I would say overall. Like the designs are great. I've seen some protest online about whether or not the theme is offensive. I really don't have any kind of say in that. GG's never been one to shy away from using like traditional historical people's, you know, cultural backgrounds as inspirations on the game. Mainly I'm referring to the Vol and like the council set and like the Mesoamerican influences in that respect, and like the whole like conquistador versus like the Native Americans thing we got, or the Native Mesoamericans thing we got way back in Incursion League. So I mean, we've had this kind of like sensitive issue like versus stuff before, and I don't know, we've survived it. So from that angle, I really don't feel like it is what it is. It's what we got. The best pieces definitely, I think, are the crossbow and the cloak, in my opinion. They're just really cool. The body armors are, I feel, pretty standard. The wild body armor, I think, is the better of the two. Wrangler isn't bad, but again, it shares its like its design space with like so many others. Like it shares like very similar design to Corsair, just like a palette swap. Crucible also has a very similar, like, just more Shaper Risk oriented, but still the same silhouette. Also Shadow Stalker. Also Seeker. Also, like, I mean, if you really want to reach Vanguard, but not really. But again, it's there. But I guess it's nice to finally have something that's just like available and in the store and, you know, open to everybody, versus like all of like the previous like Shadowstar, you can't get it anymore. So like, it is what it is. But at least like the detail and the design is good. The red one is nice though. The red one's really nice. Let me know down in the video if you want me to do a combos thing right off the bat. Since I pretty much got everything, we could just do combos right away. Usually I wait until it goes out into the store, but I don't know if I want to wait 4 months for that to happen. That's the thing. Because by then the video probably won't be relevant. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you watching. If you like this kind of content, subscribe, like, leave a comment. It's always helpful, and I do this type of stuff all the time. This is basically all I do right now, is just MTX related stuff. So yeah, if there's anything you would like to see combined with other pieces, any kind of like preliminary combos you want to see tried out, that's just leave a message down in the comments. I'll try and get around to it. Oh yeah, and as promised, before you go, like, I'm going to show you guys how like the Wrangler stuff fits into like a delve themed hideout. So this is my hideout from Betrayal League. Pretty cool. It's just like a little delve node with like a little Azerite node over here and some Abyss stuff over here. Pretty simple hideout. This kind of stuff is just going to fit in pretty much seamlessly to any kind of like mechanical stuff that you have. Like we could just like any one of these walls we could just like take out and replace with this, or the flooring for that matter if we wanted to. And assumedly you could do that with it everywhere. I mean, I only got 3 of them, so I can't really cover the floor in the Wrangler flooring instead of like the planks, but like if I did, you can imagine how exponentially better the floor of the hideout would look instead of it just being plain wood with like the metal plates added in on top of it. You could have like the actual like metal etched flooring with the gears in it, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, cool little just something that fits into something already established, but like one more piece to make it better. So yeah. Anyway, I'm out.